I'm going to sneeze. Oh, that's why I have an editor to edit the videos for YouTube, because he can take out, like, if I sneeze, he takes out all the extra stuff. As you can see, I am on vacation. We're in like a mountain lodge here. My family, my husband and his family are off. They are off skiing today. I took a before picture. I'm not a skier. They're all from Idaho. And so they love the snow and all of that stuff. I'm not a skier. And I said, I will pay for you guys to go skiing. They were all so excited. Oh my gosh. With the condition, with the condition that you do not ask or pressure me to go with you. So, so anyway, so they're off skiing. I'm here in our Airbnb. Hello and welcome. For those of you who are new, my name is Margie Remmers-Davis. I am this founder and CEO of Acadian Accounting Education. And this live stream is, this is our live stream that we hold every Friday inside of our Facebook group, which is called the QBO Gym Locker Room. The QBO Gym Locker Room is your spot for hands-on practice using QuickBooks Online. That's all we do here. Hands-on practice, hands-on practice, hands-on practice. When you are a member of the locker room, then you get a free QBO QuickStart course. This course was delivered to you as soon as you joined the locker room. If you are watching this on YouTube, you can join the locker room. The link is down below. But if you're here with me live, that means you're already in the locker room. And when you joined, you gave us your email address and we sent you your QBO QuickStart course. So if you can't find it, look in all the usual places, spam, promotions, wherever it goes. If you can't find it and you need to know how QuickBooks works, you can, in this QBO QuickStart course, you learn how to get your free QBO accountant account. You learn how to navigate. You learn the difference between an accountant account and a regular QBO subscription. You learn how to navigate QBO workflows, how it all works. And of course, you get hands-on practice, because that's what we're all about. Hands-on practice, learning by doing. That's what we do. So, so you got that QuickStart course. If you can't find it, reach out to support@acadian.com. That's AKADIAN. And we can take a look at what's happening, why you may not have gotten that course. We can resend it or like whatever. Okay, so that's going to get you situated. The course comes with a number of hands-on exercises, but you also have access to a free can't talk all of a sudden. You also have access, just by being in the locker room, to over 100 free exercises. And it's a new season, so like that number might be close to 200 now, where you get actual hands-on practice using QuickBooks Online. So people always ask me, how do I find the free exercises? I joined, how do I find the free exercises? Well, oh my goodness, excuse me. We emailed that to you also when you joined the locker room, but in the locker room itself, when you go to the featured section, and it should be located, right here, or you can click here, or you might have to click the little hamburger up if you're on your phone, especially the little hamburger up in your upper left-hand corner to get to like all these tabs. But you're looking for the featured section, and there's a post right here that says, "Welcome to the locker room." And you get over 100 free exercises. This is where the link is. Now, giving you fair warning, we are getting our new website finally. We're getting our new website. And that is happening this weekend. It's going to happen like Saturday night at midnight. They're hoping that not too many people are going to be on at that time. This will not affect your courses. This will not affect Booksmatch. It is just it's just the pretty page. It also doesn't affect any of the sales pages. So if you're trying to like buy stuff, it just affects the pretty page, right? So if I can actually show it to you right now, it's if you go to acadian.com, boom, boom. So this page right here is that's what's getting the revamp. But very few people actually go to that page. Most people get to our stuff using different things. So this is the page that's getting the revamp over the weekend. Of course, once it's ready, I'll be super excited about it, and I will announce it in the locker room. So anyway, what that means, the reason I mentioned that is because the free exercises are in the news and info section. So right here, and that's why it looks like this. So next week, after the new changeover, that page is going to look different. Okay, see how it's like got the green, like whatever. So it's going to look different over the weekend. So just fair warning. Okay, but the content's all the same. We actually have somebody on our team working on reorganizing it for the new season, new Pro Advisor Academy, new like all sorts of stuff. So we're reorganizing that. And we also have a team of people going and updating all of the exercises to make sure that it matches what the sample company currently looks like, updating all those screenshots, anything that's changed. So we have people working on all of this stuff all at the same time. Okay. All right, so you get free exercises. You also get a free exercise of the week, which is part of our subscription product, which is called the QBO Gym. That's why this is called the QBO Gym Locker Room. So the locker room is all the free stuff, but then we also have a course called the QBO Gym, and the QBO Gym is simulated immersive work experience. Okay, so if you have ever thought to yourself that you wished that you could just try out being a bookkeeper, if you wish that you could get an internship, or gosh, could I shadow somebody? Could I, like, how can I like get experience without a job? I can't get a job without experience. All of those questions. The reason that we created the QBO Gym was to address that. So we are giving you a full year's worth of simulated experience being, you actually get to be a bookkeeper for a fictitious business owner and for an entire year. And throughout the year, all sorts of things happen to Craig, the fictitious business owner. All sorts of things happen that you then have to record as his bookkeeper. Okay, so it doesn't take an entire year to get through. It takes about 3 to 4 hours per month. So you can see it's all broken down into month here. It takes about 3 to 4 hours per month. So it takes about 42 real-time hours to get an entire year's worth of experience. You get a certificate at the end that says you have 1 year of experience. And then once you've completed all this, you can actually move on to year 2, which is a bit more challenging and also comes with a certificate. Okay, so anyway, so that's the QBO Gym. And I can't show it to you today because I don't have it. I don't have it on my computer. I mean, I don't have the login information on my computer to be able to show you. But all of this is tied to Booksmatch. Booksmatch is our proprietary dashboard. Everybody that has any course with us gets Booksmatch, okay? That's how you access your courses. But if you are a subscriber to the QBO Gym, what it's also going to do is it's going to track your, and I'm going to take off the screen share because now I'm just talking. I don't have anything to show you. Okay. Oh, look, Lindsay has put stuff in the chat. Thank you, Lindsay. Usually my husband, Joel, does that, but he's off skiing. So I asked Lindsay to help out. So I appreciate you plugging that stuff in. All right. So so I was talking about Booksmatch. Anyway, so Booksmatch is your dashboard that allows you to track all of the skills that you have been learning. You can see how you're doing. You can see how you compare to everybody else. And because it's all this amazing statistics about you, we thought that it would be great to open it up to the world and show, oh, maybe, Lindsay, could you share with me if you could just put in the chat your share link, then maybe I can use that to display. That would be good. If you select Patina, oh yeah, back to dashboard. Yes, back to dashboard, but not for me right now because I'm in a like a preview account, so it doesn't work. All right. Okay. So, oh, really? That's what your link looks like? Okay. That's a long link. All right, hold on. I didn't realize they gave you such a long link. Okay, wait. Let me go to bum, bum, bum. Here we go. Come on, Lindsay. I don't know why it's not showing up. There we go. What is happening? It keeps disappearing on me. It starts to load and then it doesn't load. Let me try a different browser. One moment, please. Oh man. Nope. There's something wrong with it. If it doesn't end up loading, I can share my screen. Is it loading for you? I mean, I guess it's loading for you. All right. Let's see if you can. I'm going to give you the screen share ability. Hold on. All right. The link loads for Stephanie. I don't know why it's not loading for me. All right. Well, I gave you screen share, Lindsay, so let's see if we can do it with you. Lindsay has started screen sharing. Woohoo! Excellent. Thank you so much. Hopefully everybody can see that. So, so you can see that Lindsay here has been kicking butt, and she has 484 skills verified. And then you can click on anything. So like if you just click on troubleshooting, for example, you can see all of the different things that she has done in these skill groups. So the skill group, so we have these 10 skill groups. And then this is all of the stuff that she has done as she works through the QBO Gym. And then scroll down to the bottom. Yep. And then, so you can see how she compares to other people that are in the gym. So she is the solid line, and then everybody else is the kind of shaded line. So you can see like how you are doing, where you are. We also have links to your Credly badges. So you can see there. You can add a link to your LinkedIn profile. And then up at the top, we are tracking 3 specific metrics. So the first one is knowledge. So, and this is what we're doing to rank you for the people who are looking for bookkeepers. So knowledge is the breadth of knowledge, so that it is, that there is everything that she's ever done in the gym. Then, but the problem is that we don't want somebody who is just starting out to be looked down on for somebody who has been around forever. Like, that's not fair. So we're also measuring speed, and speed is not how fast you get through an exercise, but it's just how many exercises you get through in a week. And so when your speed is high, even if your knowledge is low, if your speed is high, that just means you're new, because you're kicking butt and you're like getting through it. And then the most important metric actually is consistency, which is there in the middle. And the reason we have this is because we actually developed this dashboard with a recruiter. And she said that her biggest gripe, like the hardest thing for her, was reaching out to people who already had a job or already had work, or like weren't taking new clients or whatever. So she said she wasted so much time reaching out to people. And she actually wanted us to build in a thing where you would have to check in every week, just check a box. Yep, I'm still looking. Yes, yep, I'm still looking. And we said, well, that's a little excessive. We're going to make it every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks. And then instead of just checking a box, we said, well, we're going to make them do an exercise so that they have to actually increase their skill and demonstrate that they are actually doing that. So Lindsay doesn't have access to the full page, but then we calculate all of this. Everybody is ranked. And so people can come and they can find you. They can sign up for Booksmatch. They can find you and connect with you, hire you. You can see there's like a little chat thing there so that people can reach out to you. So it's kind of like a little manage, you can like manage stuff there. Okay. Oh yeah, and you can decide. So Lindsay works for us, so she's not open to work, thank heavens. But you can, there's a little toggle there where you can make yourself open to work. And that's why, oh, if that was off, then the share button, that might explain why the share button wasn't working for me. Anyway, so that's Booksmatch. Everything in the gym is tied to Booksmatch. All right, so thank you, Lindsay, for helping us. Carolyn asked, as a current student that has completed a course, is there a special discount for the QBO gym? Yes, there is. So if you go to the next step section of whatever course you completed, then you'll find the discount code there. You get all current students get 25% off. So yes, good question. All righty. All right, so thank you for helping us out. Let's see, where was I? Okay. So, the reason that we have, so this is why this whole lead up was there, that's why we have an exercise. The exercise of the week is for some people like Lindsay, who she's done everything, so but she still needs something to keep her consistency high if she were looking for clients. She still wanted something to keep her consistency high. And so we have the exercise of the week. The exercise of the week is a separate course from the QBO Gym. It looks like this. And the, let me just, well, that's not going to work. Okay, hold on. There we go. It looks like this. It's a separate course. It's not you get it with the gym, but it's not part of the gym. And it's unlocked when you have 250 points. So everything in the gym is gamified. There's a little drawer right down here that tells you how many points you've accumulated. And of course, mine is 0 because this is an admin preview account. But everything there is gamified. So when you've earned 250 points, then the exercise of the week unlocks. So this is the first week of the year, which means, so we were trying to decide internally whether we wanted to create a full one for the year. So that's what we did. So your experience when you go in, let me know how it works for you, because we do, and I will change this picture to say to 2025 and the other one 2024. So it just was easier for us administratively to have them, have each year separate, but I don't know what the experience is going to be like for you. So, so make sure, oops. So make sure and let us know. All right. So anyway, let's get cracking. So here's the exercise of the week. And we're here today to talk about 1099s. Now, the 1099s are, for those, if you are brand new to bookkeeping, this is something that you, as a bookkeeper, have to do I mean, you don't have to do it for your clients. Like, you can hire it out to have somebody. I know my first year, I freaked out and I did hire another bookkeeper to do the 1099s for me because I was like, I didn't know what I was doing. And the tool that I'm about to show you didn't exist yet, or I didn't know about it. And so I freaked out a little bit. And for the last 2 years, I have wanted to do some 1099 training for you, and I just never materialized. And so I am so happy today to be sharing with you this. And so this exercise comes from the level 2 Pro Advisor certification course. So if you're new, you don't know about us here at Acadian, one of the lines of products that we have is we help people pass certifications, the Pro Advisor certifications, quickly and easily. So we're still tallying the level 2 material, so I don't know exactly how much, but we just had a student who purchased it one day and then bought it and then passed the test the next, was certified the next day. So we're typically saying you can do it in a weekend. I don't know how many total hours in that weekend, but we just had a student tell us yesterday. I mean, literally, she just said, I bought it yesterday and got certified today. So, anyway, so the level 2 course is available. Lindsay will put that in the chat if she hasn't already. The link for anyone who is interested in getting some help with the level 2 Pro Advisor certification. Now, it is free to go through Intuit's training. And I mean, you don't have to buy our course to get certified. However, a lot of people find our courses to be much easier and faster, and you learn more by going through our courses than just by wading through all of the material. The material from Intuit is just like getting a textbook. Okay, so it's just I mean, yes, you can learn from a textbook, but a lot of people prefer to learn from a teacher. And so that's why people get our companion courses to help them. So this exercise is from one of those courses. Lindsay put the link in the chat. There is also a link in the exercise itself. And we're going to go through this. Now, the a couple things about 1099. So there are rules about who gets a 1099, and you have to make sure. So it's any contractor who you've paid over $600, but it's only under certain circumstances with certain payment methods, and you have to make sure that you have a W-9. So there's far more involved in 1099s than what we're going to go through today. What we're going through today is just the actual tool in QuickBooks Online. Okay, we're just going through the tool. If you would like to learn all about, like if this is you, like you're coming up, you got to do 1099s for your clients like this year, and you're freaking out and you need to know like all of the other details that we're not covering now. Alicia Katz Pollock is teaching a class. It's very reasonable. It's like $37. She's teaching a class next week, January 7th. And she's going to go into far more detail than what I'm going to go through right now. So, so Lindsay just put that in the chat too. So if you want to do that, okay. But what we're going to do is just the exercise, we're just going to talk about the tool. Okay. So let's get started. The first thing we have to do is load the sample company. And we used to say you have to be in your QBO account in order to access the sample company, but we figured out how to load it without being in your account, which is super cool. The link is acadian.com/QBOA. Lindsay put that in the chat also. And so you can load the sample company. Prove that you're not a robot in case you had any worries. Megan says best link ever. Maybe I should charge for that link. No, I'm just kidding. That is a pretty cool link. Okay. All right. So here I am in the sample company. Here is the exercise. Our scenario is it is the end of the year and you're asked to help Craig prepare any 1099s that need to go out. Take a look at the steps below to see how you can accomplish this in QuickBooks. So here we go. If you are in your accountant account, the way you do it, get to the sample company, is you click the gear icon right there, gear icon, then select sample company. You're logged out of your account if you do that. All right, so now, so 1099s go out to contractors. Basically, you're saying, you're reporting who did you pay that was not an employee. If you have been watching, oh, I don't think this one is published yet. If you've been watching my Build a Better Bookkeeper series on YouTube, and where I interview accountants and tax professionals, one of the interviews that I just did, I don't think this is up there yet, she talked about how important it is to make sure that you know who is a W-2 employee versus who is a contractor, because that's really a thing. It's so much easier to pay contractors. Like, it's cheaper for the business to pay contractors. So everybody wants to pay contractors, not employees. But if you're treating the person like an employee, then they really have to be an employee. The reason we want to do it as a contractor is because it's easier and cheaper. Employees are like a lot more work. There's a lot more rules and it costs more. Like, we have to pay extra taxes for employees. But anyway, so this tax professional that I was talking to said, oh my gosh, like in an audit, if you get stuck and you have been paying a contractor and they really should have been an employee, then you're like in deep doo-doo. So anyway, so 1099s are for contractors, not employees. You're telling the IRS I paid so-and-so. And so the first thing that you have to do is you have to mark who the contractors are in QuickBooks Online. And so what the exercise is doing is just, we're going to go and look to see who is already marked as a contractor. Okay, so from the left navigation bar, we're going to hover over expenses and click contractors. Now, all of our exercises are built using a software called Scribe. And you can actually install the Scribe. You can install the Scribe extension. Usually I have this shown up. Is this manage extensions? Okay. So this is what it looks like right here. Scribe, AI documentation, SOPs, and screenshots, this whole thing. So you can install this Google Chrome extension. And if you have the Google Chrome extension and you're using our exercises, then you'll see this little guide me button. And if I click the guide me button and I have the sample company already open, then when I click guide me, and I have to click confirm. Get my head out of the way here. Oh, this is a new thing. It's driving me crazy. Okay. So they just added this new thing where you have to click next to get to each step. And I hate that. I just want to scroll. So I'm going to turn this little guide me thing off. Okay, there we go. So here we go. So you can see what that guide me button did was it put, and I can just make this bigger. So I can have the sample company and the exercise right next to each other. Okay, so very cool. All right, so here we go. From the left navigation bar, we're going to hover over expenses and click contractors. Expenses, contractors. All right, here you can see Craig has one contractor, Brosnahan Insurance Agency, who is set up for 1099 right here. Okay, so notice that it says W-9 ready. This is one of the things that Alicia's going to go over, is collecting W-9s. And how, like, QBO does have a tool for that too. And we have somewhere a free exercise on, I think it's a free exercise. It might just, actually, no, it might just be in the gym. But we do have an Acadian exercise that walks you through how to request, using QBO, how to request W-9s. We're not doing that for this exercise. Alicia's going to cover it on Tuesday. So if you want to learn like all the details, seriously, go to her course. Okay. All right. So we have the Brosnahan Insurance Agency is set up as a contractor. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to 1099 filings. I think if we go to prepare 1099s, it goes to the same place, but we're going to go here, 1099 filings. All right. So, oh, look, they swapped the, this just happened. They swapped the buttons. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad they did that. I'm so glad they did this. Lindsay, could you make a note to remind me to swap out this picture? But look how when we did the exercise, the first button was, the green button was gather recipient tax info. And the prepare 1099s, which is what we really wanted, was the one that was green. And they have switched it out, which makes so much more sense. Because I was like, why? Why is gather recipient tax info first? All right, so they have fixed it. Thank heavens. All right, so we're gonna click prepare 1099s, the green button, the green button. Oh my gosh. All right. So new is to let QuickBooks prep for you, and it's $15 a form, which seems like a lot. But sometimes it's just worth that. Like it's worth that hassle. I mean, to have somebody else do it, like I said, my first 1099 year when I had my bookkeeping practice, I paid somebody else to do it because I was like, I don't have time to figure this out. I thought it was going to be easy, but I don't. So, anyway, so having somebody else do it is, maybe not a bad idea. What we're going to do though is we're going to use QuickBooks to prep our own so we can see that tool. That still comes with a charge. It's a smaller charge, so it's not too bad. And guess what? As an accountant, if you personally have contractors, it's free. Okay, so it's free for you if you have contractors, and so that's nice. But if your clients, it'll cost a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and try it out. Notice you pay only when you file, so we're going to be able to get pretty far along in this before we crap out because it's the sample company. All right. So, Lindsay's saying November cardio in year one and year two is where you find contractor setup practice. Thank you, Lindsay. All righty. So, okay, this is where you would confirm and make edits to your company information. It looks like the EIN is missing, so you cannot proceed until that is completed. Unfortunately, you cannot edit in this window because it requests your password, which you do not have for the sample company. So you will have to edit the company info in account and settings. All right. So let's just see if I go to try and hit the pencil. Boom, I have to log in and I can't because this is a sample company and I don't know, it's all in a black hole. So I'm going to exit out of here. And I'm going to click the gear icon, go to account and settings. And then right here in the company name, for those of you who are brand new, let me just point out something about the account and settings. You'll notice, so we have these tabs, so they kind of group the settings together. And then under each tab, you have sections. So as I move my cursor, I'm highlighting each of these individual sections. So anything that I need to edit there. And you can click the pencil, but really all you have to do is click anywhere in the highlighted section. And what that does is it opens it up for editing. Okay, so now that section is open. We can, we're going to put in an EIN of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then click save. EIN, by the way, is the and is it the entity identification number? I used to think it was employer identification number, but I don't think it is. I think it's entity. I don't know. It's how you distinguish. It's like a social security number for businesses is basically what an EIN is. Okay. So I clicked save and now I'm going to click done. All right. So now we're going to go back to the 1099 filings page, prepare 1099s. We're going to do it on our own. Try it. Okay. So now we've got all of the information. It's employee. Oh, so Rose says it's employer identification number. Megan says it's employee. I don't think you're right, Megan. I don't think it's employee because it's not identifying. Oh, it auto-corrected. Okay. Employer. So yeah, okay. So I was right the first time. It is employer identification number. Okay, but basically it's social security number for the business. All right. So, all right. So where are we? Okay. And we did that. All right. So now we're on step 19. Now that all of the company information is completed, you can click confirm info and start filing. Now it's time to select accounts. Since you aren't sure which account was used when paying Brosnahan, you can run the report of accounts used to pay 1099 vendors. So this right here, run reports of accounts used to pay 1099 vendors. Okay, it's going to open in a new tab. All right, and here we go. All right, so you can see that the dates defaulted to the current year. This can be finicky. So if no dates appear, change the date filter to all dates. That's just because of the sample company. I don't know when we recorded this exercise, but at the switch over of the year, the sample company can be tricky because the dates are always changing. So, yeah, so you might have some issues. Okay. So anyway, so we can see that we paid Brosnahan Insurance from the checking account and categorized it as miscellaneous. Guys, don't ever, I mean, this is clearly insurance. Don't ever use miscellaneous. Bad bookkeeping for this to be miscellaneous. But that's what's in the sample company. So that's what we're going to use for the purposes of this exercise. Please, just please, in real life, don't use miscellaneous. Okay. We have to be, we have to be good bookkeepers here. Okay. So now we're going to switch back to, now we know though that it was miscellaneous. So we're going to go back to the 1099 filings and we're going to select accounts. And I'm just going to type miscellaneous. There it is. And then I'm going to add it. Okay. All righty. Next thing we have to do is we have to add this. We have to map this to an oh, that's interesting. I'm getting a phone call from a courthouse. All right, well, that's good times. All right, so again, this is why I have an editor. So you can edit that kind of stuff out for YouTube. Anyway, so what am I trying to say? So so we have to map the field, we have to map the account in QuickBooks to the box on the 1099. Now, QuickBooks Online supports both the NEC, which is the non-employee compensation. That's what we're talking about here for contractors. But then there is also miscellaneous, MISC 1099, which if you are paying rent, then that's the one that you would want to use. So for our purposes, this is just going to be, so here's rents. We're just going to be doing this one, non-employee compensation. Okay. And then click next. All right, so here you can review the data that was entered from the previous steps and confirm that everything looks correct. It does. Boom, 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 boom. All right, and then we are going to click next. All right, so now we can preview the 1099, or at least we're supposed to be able to. We can't usually in the sample company, yep, failed to load. So darn it, just because it's a sample company. So now we're going to go to next. Okay. They already recognize that we're in California. So here's California information. All right, so then we're going to click next. And darn it, we're in the sample company. We cannot actually, oh, Lindsay got it to see on the preview. Oh, that's good. Maybe snap a picture of that, Lindsay, if you can, and maybe we'll put it in exercise because I know Caitlin and I couldn't get it to show up. So anyway, we cannot do any more. And that is it for the exercise. So with the, anyway, and I don't see, because So cool about Zoom is I get these chats in real time. Um, Rose is asking, can you go back and rewatch? Yes, absolutely. Since this is on Zoom, it will take a minute for it to get in the Facebook group, but yes, they'll be there, and then it'll also be on the YouTube channel. So, okay. So now that we've done the exercise, okay? So now you have a basic understanding of the 1099 tool. Again, go to Alicia's class next week to learn all of the nitty-gritty detail and learn like more in detail of the whole 1099 process, W-9s. She's also going to talk about who the QBO tool might not be for. There are lots of 1099 tools out there besides QuickBooks Online, and so your clients might need to know about them. There was one other thing I was going to say about the whole 1099 process. Oh, she's also going to talk about, which we have not, she's also going to talk about how to track payment method. So the payment method for the contractor affects whether you have to actually report it or not. If you pay them for via credit card, for example, the credit card company will report it. So so yeah. So somebody was asking for the link to her class, and Lindsay just put it in there again. So yep. Okay. So with one of the things that comes with the exercise of the week is a marketing prompt. Oh, let me get rid of, we don't need the exercise anymore. Is a marketing prompt. Now, the reason I have a marketing prompt is we're not a marketing company. And I'm going to stop my screen share for a minute because we need to have a heart-to-heart. Okay. We are not a marketing company. However, we have so many tens of thousands of students who really want to start their own business, and they want to learn how to market themselves. And so we teach one method. It's free. It is uses free tools. It gets your name out there. It's called the 3-2-1 method, where if you actually do this work, then you can land client conversations. So you can go to, Lindsay will put in the link for, I have a whole video on YouTube that shows the 3-2-1 method. You can learn exactly what you need to do to start having conversations and landing clients. Okay. One of the pieces of that is to one of the pieces of marketing yourself is to post on social media. And people hate posting on social media. And the reason I hear over and over, people hate posting on social media is like, I don't know what to say. And so that's why, and whenever I hear, I don't know what to say, I think there's so much to say. It's like every day that you're in QuickBooks Online, you're doing something. Every time you come to this call, you're learning something new, maybe, right? So, so we decided to include with the QBO Gym, as you working through the gym, you actually earn marketing prompts. In addition to earning the points, you're earning marketing prompts. And as you learn something, we're like, here's what to say about it in your social media posts. And so with the gym, you have to earn those marketing prompts. With the exercise of the week, we just give them to you. So Lindsay has posted this week's in the chat. I will pull it up again on screen. Okay. So here's what you can say on social media. And we like to call them QBO quick tips. So the QBO quick tip would be, well, it's that time of year again. Are you all set to submit your 1099s? It can be a breeze using QuickBooks Online's built-in tools. If you need help, I can show you how or do it for you. Just let me know. Okay, so you can post that on social media. Now, if you would like help with knowing, keeping yourself accountable, knowing what to, knowing how to set up your LinkedIn profile, knowing how to set up Calendly so people can book appointments with you, learning Canva so you can create like a little logo for yourself and a template for QBO Quick Tips. I don't know what else, like all the stuff. And if you need mindset help to like help you get over your fear, so many people have fear of like putting themselves out there. So we have activities, group support. Then you might be interested in our Getting Clients cohort. Lindsay, who is on the call today, leads that, and she is just fantastic. And so we're going to teach you how to do all these things. We're going to teach you how to grow your network. We're going to help you. We're going to help you brainstorm people of who to talk to. So many people think, oh, I don't know anybody. I don't have anybody to talk to. Well, we're going to help you create a list of 100 names of people that you can reach out to start marketing yourself, marketing your business. Guys, there is so much work out there. There are so many people looking for bookkeepers. And the sad reality is, like, there are so many bookkeepers who say, oh, I don't know how to find clients. And then we have like all of these business owners who are saying, I don't know how to find a bookkeeper. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to like bring those two together. That's why we have Booksmatch. That's why we are offering this Getting Clients cohort. So it really is just a matter of you waving your flag and telling people you're a bookkeeper. Tell them you're a bookkeeper. We actually, as you'll see in the 3-2-1 video, I actually prefer that you demonstrate that you are, or that you talk up the fact that you're a QuickBooks Online Pro Advisor. And I talk about that in the video. Like, I feel like that you're more likely to have people reach out to you if you say you're a QuickBooks Online Pro Advisor than if you just say you're a bookkeeper. Because when you're a pro advisor, people are just like, oh, maybe if I have a question, they're more likely to come to you because you're a pro advisor. Whereas if you're a bookkeeper, nobody's going to ask you a question. They're just going to, because if they ask you a question, they're going to think, oh, they're going to try and sell me their bookkeeping services. Okay. Anyway, so you're going to, in the Getting Clients cohort, we're going to teach you all that. We're going to teach you how to grow your network, make connections, demonstrate your expertise, and then to do a diagnostic. We don't actually teach you how to do a diagnostic review. We expect you to know how to do a diagnostic review. And we teach that in the cleanup course, which Lindsay will put in the chat if she hasn't already. I can't see the chat anymore. But the cleanup course teaches you soup to nuts, like how to do a diagnostic review, how to look at somebody's books, tell what's wrong with it. And the most beautiful thing is that she actually teaches you how to present your findings in a way that demonstrates your value, your expertise, and makes people want to sign up with you. Okay, so that you can show them what's wrong with their books, why they need you. There's also a pricing calculator, so you can know, like, at the same time that you're doing the diagnostic review, you're like plugging into, okay, I found this, I found this, I found this, and then you just click a button and it tells you how much to charge. And then Corey teaches you how to like use QBO tools to actually clean up the books. Okay, so the cleanup course is not cheap. And it does require an advanced level of knowledge and understanding of books and bookkeeping. So if you're not at that level yet, you may want to There's all sorts of there's other people that sell diagnostic reviews and consultations, and there's YouTube, but like just figure it out. Like you figure it out how to do a diagnostic review. But anyway, so the Getting Clients cohort we do this every month. The one for January is starting now. Like Monday is the first official day. But there's all sorts of prep work that you have to do. Like you have to go through your LinkedIn, and you have to go through your LinkedIn to set that up appropriately. You have to learn Calendly, like I said. Lindsay teaches a class on Canva, so you can do all of that. And so that all of that stuff has to be set up before January 6th. So if you're going to join the cohort, do it now because you only have a couple of days. Let's see. Also, if you are not, I'm going to take my screen share off because, I'm tiny face. Oh, and look at all these messages. Okay. Well, most of this is just Lindsay with links. Okay. All right. So the next thing I was going to mention, Iris is leading right into this, so the cleanup course is an advanced level course. We expect that we expect that you already know like bookkeeping and accounting, QuickBooks. Like there's no instruction on like how to actually do that. She expects that you come in at a high level, and she doesn't back out and like teach you things. Okay, so if you are just starting out, like if you don't know anything about bookkeeping, the cleanup course is not for you. But we are developing a brand new course called the Bookkeeping Accelerator. The Bookkeeping Accelerator, oh my gosh, like I'm so excited about this course. I can't even tell you, like the moment we hang up today, like I'm going back to work on it because it's so juicy. It's so good. Um, the bookkeeping accelerator is designed to take somebody from knowing nothing. Like the first lesson is what is bookkeeping. Okay, so it's designed to take you from nothing to being a confident bookkeeper. That we're going to teach you some CPA speak. We're going to help you become tax aware so that when you pass off the books to the accountant, they're just going to love you so much. They're going to say, oh my gosh, like I never want to work with another bookkeeper again. Like that's my goal. That's my goal and my whole team knows it because I keep telling them like our goal is for this course to be so amazing that accountants and CPAs, tax preparers say there is such a stark difference between Acadian graduates and everybody else that I don't ever want to work with anybody unless they have gone through Acadian training. That's our ultimate goal. So anyway, so the Bookkeeping Accelerator is coming in January, which it's now January. So it's coming in a couple of weeks. You can join the wait list, which Lindsay should have the wait list in there somewhere. Yep. So she's got the wait list in there. And so you can sign up for the wait list. We will be announcing there will be a webinar kind of like introduction thing that my team is still working on that. So we'll get that announced and ready and all of that good stuff. It'll be similar to cleanup where there will be, super big, like this is just the way that marketing works, guys, is that there'll be like a pre-sale so you can get it before it's released at like the cheapest price ever. And then there will be a join now on the call. If you're on the call now, then you get like some other cheap, launch price. And then there'll be like I don't know, like I have other people that are in charge of this, but like then there'll be probably like a 10-day window where you can get it at another super discount, and then it will be just like officially out there. So anyway, so that's like how it all works. And now then the last thing that I wanted to mention, if you guys got the newsletter this morning, which I just realized I forgot to send the locker room email. I used to send an email every week announcing like what we were going to be talking about on today's call on the live stream, and I got out of the habit of doing that. And then people started saying, "Hey, I missed those emails." And so I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll start doing it again." And last week I did, and then today I just realized I forgot to send the email. But anyway, we do a newsletter every Friday. And we announced this in the newsletter this morning, so some of you have already seen it. But in the the cohort that just ended in December, we introduced something new, which was I should mention that too. This last cohort that just ended in December, we introduced a new thing to the cohort, and it was so popular that we decided to break it out and offer it as a separate thing, and that is focus hours. So focus hours are 10 times per week. You have the choice. You can join with other people just to focus on your business. Okay, so there are 10 time slots. You come to the focus hours. Lindsay runs this, and she'll welcome you, and everybody, you get on the focus hours and you set your intention. You say, okay, during this hour I'm going to work on whatever XYZ. You set your intention, and then for the next hour you just work on that thing. And it could be knocking out the training for your certifications. It could be working through the gym. It could be working on your marketing. It could be working on the cleanup, getting your cleanup stuff done. Like, it's just a time. The thing is, I think the way that I put it in the newsletter is it's so easy to break a promise to yourself. Like, if you make a commitment to yourself, it's so easy to break. But when you have a commitment to other people, you tend to actually follow through and do it, right? So what the focus hours do is give you that opportunity to be accountable to somebody else. So you sign up for the focus hours, or I don't know, Lindsay, you don't even sign up, you just show up, right? You just show up for the focus hour. And Lindsay has posted in the, you just show up. So Lindsay, let me share my screen again. Lindsay has posted in the Facebook group the schedule for, and it's pinned right here, the schedule for, is this all? Oh, okay. So Monday through Friday. Okay. So there's two time slots every day, it looks like. So there's up to 10 times you can just show up and you all get to work. You get to work together. Now, we included this. It was just so popular. People loved it. It was like their favorite thing, right? So we included this in the cohort last time. We decided to break it out and offer it as a separate thing, going forward, so that anybody in the locker room could participate in the focus hours. And we just have so much going on that I never got around to setting up a sales page or figuring out how to charge people for it or all of that stuff. So we decided for the month of January, we're going to let everybody do it for free. So it's like, I don't want to not do it. I don't want to not do it because I didn't get my act together. So you guys can participate for free for the month of January. Take advantage of it. Like I said, it turned out to be everybody's favorite thing in the cohort. Just the opportunity, you get together, you set your intention, So it's 5 minutes. It's like 5 minutes at the beginning where she gathers everybody. You say hi, welcome, whatever. You set your intention. Then you all go on mute for the next 50 minutes. And then for the last 5 minutes, you come back on and you report, oh, yeah, I did this and that. And people ask questions and get to know each other. And anyway, it's just turns out to be a huge thing. Stephanie says, I've been flying through the gym doing the focus hours. I'm so excited to continue them in January. Yeah, so Stephanie was in our she was in our cohort last month. And yeah, she was one of the things, there's one of the people who was like, oh, this is so great. I want to keep going. So yeah. See, Kim says, focus hours make you accountable. If you struggle with getting things done, I would highly recommend it to get back into a time frame and schedule. So, yep. It's also a great place to get questions answered. I would just say it's a great place to get questions, technical questions answered. This is not a place to ask questions about your bookkeeping business. But technical questions about about our training or the things that like we're showing you how to do, then absolutely. But we don't take client related questions on the focus hours. So, okay, guys, I think that I have covered everything. Are there any remaining questions? So somebody is asking if there are recordings. No, there isn't. The value of the focus hours is being they're live. So that's why we have them scheduled. I thought, Lindsay, that we had some evening. I thought we had once or twice a week, we had an evening time slot. I don't know. Based on who shows up, it's very possible that the time slots could change. I think Lindsay picked these time slots because they seemed to work really well last time. But yeah, there really isn't a whole lot of value in being there, a record. There's nothing that's recorded. So I mean, the value is showing up and being with the group. Okay. All right. Any other questions? I don't see anything popping up. And because I'm not in the studio, yeah. So Lindsay says, I chose those because they seem to work really well. So I don't know. We'll see who shows up, who goes, who, it could always be in flux. So anyway, let's see. I am currently working during the day and stealing away time to watch your sessions on Fridays. Aw, Rain. All right. So the link to the focus hours is just inside. It's just part of the locker room. There's nothing to sign up for. Just by being in the locker room, you have access to it. So she has posted in the featured section. She's pinned the schedule and information. Oh, sorry, I'm pointing to and I forgot to share. So right here, she has pinned the schedule on here, and there'll be reminders throughout the week for anybody who just wants to show up and do it. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. And so the Zoom link is there for anybody that wants to start. So that's going to start next week. And it does not conflict. Oh my gosh, it doesn't conflict with this call, does it? Because we want everybody to be on this call. Oh, and then the last thing I wanted to mention is drawings, 2 drawings. So for those people who are in the gym, whether that's I think I forgot to mention, you can try out the gym for free. You can do, so the gym is 12 months. And so the gym is 12 months. You can get the first month free as part of what we call the 5-day challenge. So Lindsay will post that. So you can just try it out, see what the gym is like. Everybody who earns badges, as I mentioned, it's all gamified. So there's points and bells and whistles and woohoos, and you're earning like badges as you go. Everyone who earns a badge gets every month gets entered into a drawing for 1 month free of whatever you're paying for the gym. So there's different price points. We talked about like coupons if you're an existing student, and if you take the challenge and then you sign up after the challenge, there's a special coupon that's offered at the end of that challenge. Sometimes we have special deals or whatever, like whatever you're paying for the gym. If you win the drawing that month, then you get that you get that reimbursed to you. So in order to qualify for that drawing, you have to Caitlin, who's our curriculum development manager, posts in the locker room the each month, and she will tag the people that earned the badges, and all you have to do is comment, tell us an aha that you had during that lesson, tell us something that you loved about it or whatever. So I just noticed she's setting up that up now and tagging everybody. That's why I remembered it just now. So that's one drawing. We usually hold that drawing on the first live stream of the month following. So anybody who earned a badge in December is going to be qualified for that drawing. We're not doing the drawing today because that only gives you like 2 days. So that's why so the drawing will be next week on the 10th. We'll do everybody from December. But also, I sent in the newsletter this morning a survey. We are interested. One of the questions that we get a lot is, what course should I take next? Or like, I don't know anything. Should I take this course or that course? Or I've been doing this for 20 years. Do I really need this course? Like whatever. So we are putting together a kind of like a student journey resource for you to be able to identify yourself and figure out like what course you need to take when. And to do that, we would love to hear from you that if you have already taken our courses, we would like to know like your journey, like how much did you know before? And why did you sign up for our courses? What courses did you take and in what order? So if you fill out that survey, which went out in the newsletter, if you went out in the newsletter, then we're giving away $100 if you reply to the survey by January 9th. Then on January 10th, we're going to do a $100 drawing there. So everybody that fills the survey, of those, we're going to do a drawing, and it'll be $100 good towards your course of choice. Okay. All right. So anyway, Cheryl is asking about the Bookkeeping Accelerator. This is a new course that is still in development and will be released in January. So that's why we are, all we have now is the wait list. So if you're on the wait list, then of course you get special deals, and all that good stuff. Cause then you know how it works. You're like in the know, you're on the wait list. So you get like special stuff. So, Hunsa is asking if accounting related knew so better to go cleanup or accelerator class. I don't quite understand that question. The cleanup is advanced. It is our most advanced course that we currently offer. The accelerator is the basic introduction course. So we're calling it accelerator because we want you to get up to speed. We want you to, it starts with knowing nothing. The very first lesson is what is bookkeeping, okay? So the accelerator is the very bottom. You are also going to be able to pass after you've taken the accelerator course, you will be able to pass the Intuit Bookkeeper certification. but the course is not specifically designed to help you get that certification. The Pro Advisor certification courses, those are companion courses specifically designed to help you get certified. This accelerator course is basic foundational bookkeeping. And it will help you get certified at the end, but it's not a companion course in the way that the others are. All right, so I think that's it. Do we have all the questions answered? Are we good to go? I think so. One of the nice things when I'm in my studio, there's always a delay on the chat. So one nice thing about Zoom is that I get to see the chat right away. So, okay. All right. Well, I think that's it. I'm speaking of the accelerator. I'm going to get back to work. It's so, oh my gosh, I enjoy this course so much. Like, I can't even tell you how excited I am about this course, because we're teaching you things that so many of you are going to say, oh my gosh, now it makes sense. Like, oh, I never got that before. Or, like, oh, it just is it's like putting it all together. It's like you have over the years, you've gotten like this piece and that piece and that piece, but now it's like we're starting from scratch and we're putting all of the pieces together so you can see how everything interrelates. And I just could not be more excited about it. Like, there's nothing else out there that's going to be like our bookkeeping accelerator. So anyway, super excited. I'm glad to see everyone else is too. Lindsay says, have a wonderful mini vacation, but you realize this is not a vacation for me. It's just a vacation for the rest of my family. The nice thing is, though, that I am in this beautiful location on the mountain. So anyway, all right, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to grab some lunch and then get back to the accelerator. And I will see you. I'll see you next week. Have a good one. I can't wait to hear your success stories.